Hello, my name is Andrea Bullock, and I am one of the Reference and Instruction Librarians here at Clark College. I work on the main campus as well as at CTC in the iCommons on the second floor. I was asked by your instructor to come to your class and talk about research and resources, and unfortunately due to my schedule I was not able to be there in person. So we're trying this virtual reality video that will hopefully help you understand about evaluating resources and how important that can be. I had a very interesting conversation with your instructor who discussed the vast resources and the variety of topics and areas of interest for the class. And if anybody needs help with finding the actual resources, please stop by the iCommons or go to the library homepage, which is library.clark.edu, and click on the Ask a Librarian area. There's the opportunity to chat with the librarian if you need help on the spot, or you can call us or email us if you have a little bit more time. So I don't have a computer that I can show you things today. I just wanted to talk to you about the importance of evaluating resources. So you are all challenged with looking for items online, in the library, in books, in a variety of ways, and how do you determine if they are reliable and credible sources that you can use as part of your research paper? The library has a variety of instructional information online that can help you determine this. There are tutorials that discuss this. Today I just wanted to go over the acronym that we have devised along with some prompt questions that can help you determine the credibility of sources. Okay, so there's various levels you need to consider. And the first one, so behind me on this board is our acronym. It's called ASPECT. Each of the letters stand for something else, and I will go through what they stand for and how you can determine it by asking questions about your resource. So the first letter is A, and that's for authority. It can be just the author. If you're looking at a book, if you're looking at an academic journal, who is the author? What are her credentials and background that give you the belief that they would have expertise in this area? So when you're looking at web sources, whether they're articles, blogs, information, you do need to determine is there an author? Can you determine who the author is? If you cannot, what would be the other authority aspect? So where is this item appearing? Is it a little update on the New York Times? Is it just somebody's blog? So what is the agency that is representing this information? So again, if it's an author, it's relatively easy to determine who are they, what is their background, what other things have they written on this topic that may indicate that they do have expertise in that area. So these, again, you don't have to answer every question, but you have to consider these areas when you are evaluating. So the second one is sources. You guys are writing a very long, in-depth paper, and part of that is gathering sources and indicating at the end of your paper that you use them using your Works Cited page. So you need to get in the habit of identifying works and the references that they used. Sources are important. It generally indicates that they're scholarly, that they've given some research. Again, there are lots of newspaper and magazine articles that are long and in-depth. They generally do not have a bibliography, but they do refer to sources and ideas that you could track down. So let's see, P is for purpose. Why was this material written? If it's a book or an academic journal, you could generally say it was for education or informational purposes. When it's newspapers, magazines, or web pages, you have to consider, is it trying to sell you something? Is it for entertainment purposes? Those are still viable. It's just that you need to determine why they were written and how this would help answer your research need. Okay? So a lot of these, you'll notice there's some overlapping, and that's just sort of the nature of it. So E is for evenness. Evenness is more, again, being aware related somewhat to the purpose. Does the author only have her point of view? Does she mention or indicate that there are other points of view, or is it just sort of a diatribe or an editorial advocating for one point of view? You can still use that, but you need to be aware that that does not represent a comprehensive understanding of the topic. If the source is biased, does the author say, yeah, this is just my viewpoint, I don't want to talk about the other items? C is for coverage. Again, these are kind of overlapping ideas, so is the information up to date? Depending on what your topic is, I know some people were interested in dealing with child beauty pageants. Well, they're definitely kind of a current contemporary American phenomenon. So materials that were from the 1970s wouldn't really be terribly relevant to the current events of today. So again, just something to consider. Are they up to date? Part of your research indicates that you need to find more than one source. So you don't want them all necessarily to say exactly the same thing, but you want there to be a thread of support throughout these articles so that you can use the information and data to support your idea and understand that more than one expert, more than one author has written about this topic from this viewpoint. Okay, so T is for timeliness. Again, that kind of relates to, when was the source published, and is it relevant for your article? This is one of those kind of tricks with the web sources, is sometimes you can't tell, there isn't a date on your resource. And to be perfectly honest, if there's not a date, I would suggest that you don't use it unless it is very tangential. It certainly would not be the main part of your argument. So I just took a little bit of your time today, and I really appreciate your instructor asking us to be in your class. I'm sorry we weren't able to come in person, but please do contact us. Again, you can stop by the iCommons. Librarians are there from 11 to 6, Monday through Thursday, and part of the day on Friday. So we are there at the CTC. We're available at Canal on the main library campus, or on the main college campus, and you can definitely call us or email us, or again have the chat option for 24/7. So thank you for your time, and I hope this was a little bit of good information that you can use for your resources. Thanks again.